Welcome back to the Martin Liga channel. No, I don't at Tube. I deny that emphatically in chat. Good to see you today. Hope all is groovy with you. Happy Flaterday. Welcome to Wales land. Com sound awesome. Let me know in comments if everything's groovy with you. And we're going to get underway. There's lots going on. Is my screen doing that flashy thing again? I think it is, isn't it? If I just keep still. It's really strange. Excuse me. Anyway, good to see you all today, guys. Flat Earth British in the house, live and direct. That is not really better. I don't know why it's doing that light readjust thing. Seems to be annoying. Anyway, we will just crawl ahead. So, Eve, good to see you. I like my tree too. I love my tree on my wall, actually. I can literally create an artificial sunset with it, with this like glow light thing that I got. It's awesome. You can watch a sunset even on a cloudy day. It's absolutely fantastic. So good to see you, lovely Kay, and Tiffy Shakes in the house, talking to our Angela Baby Carson. Good to see you as well, babes. And Vibes is in the house. Good to see you. Watching with your man, Margaret. Hiya, Margaret. We love you in Wales, wherever you are, Margaret. Good to see you. I had an auntie, Margaret, but she wasn't nice like you are. Alva Billy, good to see you, my brother. Chris is in the house. Good to see you, my man. I am Carios. Doing okay, mate? How do I look? Well, there you go. Thank you, my brother. Good to see you on the scene. Mac from us, what's going on? Good day. Good day, Cobber. Hope all is cool with you, mate. Yeah, well, fucking hell. You know what it's like being me? Well, you don't actually. It's different, is what I can tell you. It's different. So, yeah, it's Manny. Giving me the old Brevsky. Love double fat fumage. Tataria Mallet is in the house. Lovely to see you, my man. Matthew Titus is in the house. Greetings to you too. Happy Saturday. Vibes. And that's my son there. Thousands of games. It's happening. It's happening. I know. Calm down. Calm down. Okay. We'll just go with this together now. Okay, guys. It's going to be awesome. There's lots to enjoy. Hundreds of things to make you think about the world and giggle, hopefully, and not take life too seriously and see the world through Marticus eyes, just for now. Diego Tequila. Oh, good to see you, my man. Good to see you, Diego. How's things in Tequila world? Miss those things very much. I only thought of a tequila actually today. And that fine salty stuff they have around the rim and that first taste of fantasticness when it hits you. Oh, yeah. David Jones, good to see you. Davy Jones's Locker. And JRT557. Double flat wiggly flat thumbs to you too. Okay. See how I deciphered that? It's inside of Flat Earth speak. Machiavelli's in the house. Flat Earth code. See, the thing is, I was thinking about that nasty ass Nigel Farage. He's a terrible politician in Britain. He's got this thing going on where he hates the wilderness and he hates forests and trees. He'd like to just kill them all, which doesn't sit pretty with me, you see. So I was thinking, like, if I met like the reform leader, I'd be like, yeah, but like there's ain't many of you, and there's like millions of us, as in the flat earthers. So there's that, and we're like everywhere. We change your laundry, we clean your floors. We are literally everywhere you could fucking imagine is the flat earthers, right the way through society. Keeping an eye on it all, okay? Not on our watch. So Northwest Resets in the house. Howdy, my friend. Howdy doody. So yeah, we got another massive heat wave coming in Britain. I'm looking forward to that. Brush up on my suntan. It's getting a little bit pale. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, because I just said it. Oh, Spokane. Oh, I love that place. Amazing Tatari and stuff. Talked about that many times and its destruction. Flat Earth Code, Jay, you know. You've been around a long time. You know these words. Math Powland, I already checked your channel, Math. It's not the Math Powland, but you could be Math Powland as well. I'm sure that's fine. There's loads of Mark Sargents out there. Anyway, and Brian's. So's his wife. Salutations to you as well, Jonathan. Good to see you. So yeah, roll in. And we're going to have a look at the narrative, which I think is an important narrative, actually, for the times that we live in. And you will see the story of Chicken Little, the sky's falling in, and parallels with what went on in 2020 when the world population got all like hysterical, shit themselves and went off and just like did whatever they were told. Really pitiful behavior. I'm still getting over that. That was the biggest shock of it all, actually. Just how turned to Judas, just like that. I couldn't really believe it. I was like, wow. But I did suspect this before then, that they would turn on a sixpence, because they burn witches, don't they, these fuckers? And they were just like they just, I don't know, I can't be bothered. Fucking it's not about me. Will Bliss. But I will expose that nasty ass shit that they do to humanity on this channel, because I think that's important. That's why I started the channel in the first place. And I've had like the grace of whatever it is, the creator, to wake up millions of people to the bullshit of the world. How close is the beach from here? And enemy, well, as a crow flies, about 3 miles away. I mean, literally a city on the coast. It's just to get to it. It's like fucking tour the fucking city. So hours, or an hour away. About an hour away. But we have got a couple of beaches here. We've got Posh Splot Beach. Yeah, you get like go on the gas there and all what they do in the modern day. Gas it. I was gonna do right, but they wouldn't allow me. YouTube won't let me play anything. My top 10 favorite drugs, but they like saying they won't like it. I've asked AI, said nah, man, they won't like that. So they don't like anything anymore. So boring. Yeah. So the Skyfall's like Skyfall with the James Bond movie, but there's been many references. I've got a book in there called When the Sky Fell In. It's all about the search for Atlantis, but it's a load of them stuff. But there is Skynet, isn't there? And if you look at chemtrails, they're like in crisscrosses, and they actually look like a magnified or magged out net. So I don't know whether the sky is actually falling in, or the sky's, you know, the sun is definitely looks like he's on his last fucking legs, losing its juiciness or whatever. And the last thing it does before it does that is it gets really, really hot. Which is what's happening now. But they're blaming it on what? El Nino. I know there's a super anomaly to join it. But like nobody's in the South fucking Pacific. It's always the most random, remote places on Earth that they call these weird anomalies. Obviously, we can't verify any of that El Nino bollocks, whatever it is. Not saying there isn't weird weather cycles afoot, but there is. Mama, good to see you, Mama Cat in the house. There is, because like it's been just the best summer. I ain't moaning. I don't care if I don't see a winter again. Fuck that. Poof. But yeah, I've had some strange dreams lately. Poof. I was going to tell you because I had a message from Bob Sykes. He said, tell people all about your in a future vlog. I really, really will, but it's going to have to be just a paranormal vlog talking about like, you know, supernatural stuff. But that's happened, like especially the sleep paralysis and all of that weirdness, which is really scary and terrifying, actually. So I'll share that for a future post, but I'm going to share it with you all. Some of you know parts of the story, but the whole thing is probably me just manifesting it all. I don't know, the ghosts, the whole of it. It's just, I've got a powerful mind. I think that's what was happening, is I'm just manifesting, or had manifested, some sort of poltergeist activity in the past, and weirder, just all of it, really. Energetic abduction, if you want to call it that. Like just absolute craziness. And I know loads of people have like literally come out of nowhere and just said the same thing back to me. I was like, well, I like mentioned that to you. It's like, no. It's just like, well, that's fucking weird. So I thought to myself, well, maybe I'm just not alone. Maybe there's just others, the millions, in fact, that this weird shit has happened to. It's all about your energetic connect, you know, energy, you know, yeah. ancient primeval, I think, energies, because all of this to me is just playing out, reset after reset, lifetime after lifetime. Someone said in my comments a couple of weeks ago, and I'm down with this, that there probably wasn't any people before your great grandparents. They were like the first in this place after the whole classical world thing got taken out. And I thought that's really interesting, because when I did look into my family roots, it started like 1856 when a guy from Bridgewater in Somerset comes to build Cardiff Docks. And it's like, that's my great-grandfather. It's like, okay, but there's no record of what happened before then in Somerset. Okay, weird. But yeah, I really down with that, because the records all start, 1850s. Really interesting that somebody said that. I was like, Adam and Eve may have been more recently. So there's that. Anyway, welcome all. Hope we enjoy our time here. We're going to free think here. We're going to take some warnings from what they've laid out for us. And with this one, it goes back, well, there are thousands of years. It goes back thousands of years. It's the sky falling in narrative. Now, the Hopi Indians, of other peoples, the Aboriginals, have all got a narrative about the sky falling in. And it goes back thousands of years. It's a folk tale throughout Europe that is echoed through an oral tradition. And there is a lesson involved in it, which they shared around the campfire. And it is this, what everybody just did. Okay. And it's like literally all of the culprits that in this tale are in, like, you could tell, like, there's people in the modern world that would fit these personalities. So what is the warning of? Well, it's a warning of mass hysteria, paranoia, and apocalyptic fear. Okay, so we're going to have a look at that. And, it is probably triggering. But the thing is as a state here, which I think is really actually important, is fear spreads quicker than truth. And we just experienced that. It was like, hello, where are you all? I couldn't even believe it. It was just like, everyone's just like, I just couldn't believe it. It would be like 80 degrees and there would be people with these fucking face diapers on. I'd be like, wow, okay. And that lasted a few years of all that weirdness we had to put up with, didn't we, guys? It was just like, what? I know. Anyway, them fuckers are all still traumatized because they can't deal with shit is what's really happening. Like, we've just gone through all of that, rode it like fucking legends, gets to the other side, everyone else is like, wow, it was a fucking giant gay bomb or something. I don't even know what happened to them. And the rest of us are like, just groovy. I don't even know, guys. Anyway, we're going to talk about a really happy tale here. It's not really, not when you look into Foxy Woxy. Foxy Woxy, I think, is like an archetype for Fauci, maybe. We'll have a look along the way. But if you think about it, what the dialectics they pull with humanity in some of these narratives, to think that this is an ancient oral tradition about the sky falling in, which has been talked about, what Emanuel Velosovsky, for example, and other writers, and in the Holy Bible, okay, fire and brimstone and apocalypse. I'm going to look at all of this along the way anyway, but it's not going to be really apocalyptic. It's going to be actually really, really good. We're going to do some good in the world right here, right now. That's what we're going to do, because we're going to release people of fear of like fucking, well, I guess in it's fear of death, innit? But like, if you're dead already, you can't be feared of that. So what's there to be feared of? Don't fear the Reaper, baby. Be like the trees. They don't give a fuck. They just pretend to be dead all winter and then fool us in the spring when they come back. We weren't dead. We were just hiding out. So here we are. Chickens. I love chickens. We're going to have a chicken sort of flavor. A chicken flavor. Chicken noodle soup. A chicken flavor to this. Okay. That wasn't actually bad. I'm quite good at animal noises, actually. So we're going to do chickens, and I quite like chickens. People say they got bird brains and that, but I think they really love in the way that goats and donkeys are loving. They want to cut your leg in and things like that. Anyway, so what happens with Henny Penny who is Chicken Little. Okay. Like I said, it's an old folk tale, apparently 2,500 years old, but I can't really verify that. But it's been in the oral tradition for like ever. Is the trigger point. So what incited this mass hysteria was an acorn, possibly a nut, falling on Henny Penny's head. Like that. She freaked the fuck out and interpreted it as a cataclysmic event and that the sky was falling in. So she ran off into the village and she's like, yo, sky's falling in, sky's falling in. We'll talk about the collective memory that some of us may have of apocalyptic happenings a little bit later, but the sky's falling in, there she goes, and she literally does this. So the inciting event was a acorn lands on her head and freaks her the fuck out. She thinks the sky's falling in. Then a contagion of fear takes hold. She decides to go and visit the king, and on her way, she recruits other animals, which all join. And these animals are Cocky Locky. Okay, we'll look at some pictures of Cocky Locky later. Don't worry, it'll be like PG. Cocky Locky, Ducky Daddles. I like Ducky Daddles. Goosey Poosey. And Turkey Lurkey. Goosey Woosey, Goosey Poosey, and Turkey Lurkey. Each panicked without question. They didn't even require any evidence. So what kind of clusterfuck did this bring, all of this paranoia? Well, a predatory exploitation. And that would be by Foxy Woxy, who is Fauci, I guess, or one of those characters. And they used the hysteria of others to lure them away to their doom. So there they are, the gang. Foxy Woxy, he's well on the game. He's like, yeah, she's just fucking hysterical. Again, he's like, yeah, it might be some sort of thing happening, but it's like a nut falling and she's just paranoid. I'm not sure the rabbit character, but that would have been nicely named. You can name the character for this, just for the power of this post. And there is the king. There's lots of magical bits to this tale, and there's a few different interpretations. But when you get down to the crux of it, it is a human moral that we should all be mindful of. I think, well, I am. I feel very learned after learning about Chicken Little. And the moral is, don't accept catastrophic claims without evidence. Okay, come to Flat Earth British if you want to find any of that. Fear spreads faster than truth. And that is the truth. So symbolically, it's a warning against false prophecy, okay, and doom merchants and herd mentality, as you know, will just latch onto it because they're all like they are, and go wah, 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 all the way to the Wambulans like they do, which is really annoying. So how do they achieve this? Well, you got the media and you got media sensationalism. And then they just pushed that because when they had all the media back in 2020, like, I don't know how many millions are sat there watching fucking telly all day, but I guessing it's on all the soaps, news round the clock. You should be scared. You should be very scared. The cold will literally kill us all. We're going to like literally turn stadiums into giant hospitals only to do sweet fuck all with them. But it's good practice for anything that comes along later in the way of an environmental disaster. Like hurricane season. That's going to be juicy, especially after all this heat, I bet. And the collective just believe without evidence, which is something you've got to be really, really careful of. No, but there is also the flip side, I think, and that is deep down in my primal being, I have some recollection of a cataclysmic event. I think we all do. And we all just want to verify it with one another. So I sort of remember that shit going down. I remember being on a cliff, like a pinnacle, with a load of other people while this giant wave came from the west. I remember so much about it, guys. And that was when I was 9 or 10, maybe that dream. And a few other But then I even had the War of the Worlds tripods coming down my street, laser beaming everything in Cairo. And that didn't actually happen. So I got a vivid imagination. So this is when I went to Turkey in the middle of Corona. The rest of the world is shitting their pants. Me and my son, who's there, Lawrence, fucked off to Paddy's place, but my rabbit shit all over his scale estric track, as you can see there. And he took photographs of it to say, oh, and she may have ate his Scrabble. And his Scrabble's from 1974 or something. But I noticed he did have another Scrabble there, Patrick. With my lucky guess hungry. You know, Scrabble, I'm guessing all them 70s germs that don't exist are really yummy. All them memories. I wonder if you could eat memories off of cardboard boxes of like Monopoly and stuff. Like a recording. I'll give it a go. So there she was, Milky. Yeah, she didn't do very good under my care. I notice animals don't. I'm supposed to be up early in the morning, caring for them and all that. And just, I'm not really up to it. And to be honest with you, right, Patrick got us down and said, if shit goes to, it's a fan and there's no food. He said, I got loads of food, which meant that he had a 5-kilo bag of basmati rice. And then he said, like, worst comes to worst, you can eat. eat the chicken. I'm sorry, I couldn't kill a fucking chicken. I don't know how hungry I would have to be to kill a living creature. Oh my God, no. It'd be like, I would let, if she died of natural causes, like, I'm not saying mistreat the fucking chicken into dying, because that would be really bad. But how bad would you have to be, though, to kill poor old Milky, eh? And eat her. But that's what Patrick said. Saying you can eat Milky and eat my basmati rice. So, yeah, chicken business is really big. You can get the Cock Handlers magazine. I bet that's really interesting. Cock-a-doodle do, top advice revealed. And the best British cocks of 2012, foul play and a poultry show, breeding seasonal essentials. Yeah. I wonder if you get funny faces if you go into like a news agency. You got Cock Handlers Weekly. This is an interesting book. 50 ways to eat cock, healthy chicken recipes with balls. I don't like Parsons nose myself. Calm down, YouTube. All is good. They are literally cookbooks, legal cookbooks. Okay, YouTube? Chicken game. Don't look at this chicken. Game over. You're not very good at chicken games, are you? I knew that anyway. Totally busted. But yeah, they looks after them little. They got these chicks, man. They're little and they're fluffy. I don't know how long they stay fluffy. But when we went on holiday to Lantoni when I was in school, they said, whatever you do in Hereford Market, don't buy chicks. And everyone bought chicks. And it was like little squeaks everywhere. And they made us take them back. They came in little white boxes. It was really cruel, actually. Destined to die like them fucking goldfish from the fun fair. There's no water because they give you a little plastic bag for your goldfish that you just won and thought is the best thing that's ever happened. Yeah, a fucking goldfish. You know, I got pets. I love them. Yeah, and the water's fucking dripping out the corner. You're running around trying to find water. You're boiling up Barry Island with your freaking dying goldfish. How cruel. We had to bit and bot. And my mother literally cleaned the fish bowl because it was getting all smeggy. And the literally the goldfish went on the plug hole. She was like a fucking ninja. Round with the bowl and caught him coming out of the drain pipe. Plop, plop. None the worse for their terrible adventure, but they nearly ended up in the Bristol Channel. So there's that. Anyway, I've been moaning for weeks and months now about I really want a bit of good, decent chicken. Not just a chick, but some chicken too. Okay. Like the chicken like I had in America, like that Southern fried stuff. Yeah, like that. And not like Popeye's Britain, all injected with water and fucking hormones to give you tits. I don't want tits. I'm quite happy not having tits, actually. Okay. But they started out in 1957 as skinny little buggers like this, look. Yeah. And then in 1978, I remember these ones. We used to go to Cardiff Market and buy these things called capon turkeys or capon chickens. And they sell them for like £2, and they were massive, but they were a weird grey colour, which was unappetizing. But I tell you what, in a pot of chicken stew, you were landed, and that shit lasted ages, and you could get dripping out of it. That's how we live back in the day, guys. 2005 now is full of hair stuff to give you boobies. If you're a man, I mean, which is really bad. If you're a woman, eat loads of chicken if I were you. Oh, so I'm not going to say that wrong, but what I do find really amusing is the name's amphetamine. Anyway, did you know chickens got really bad eyesight? But it's okay, because eyeglasses were for chickens as well. Okay, intended to prevent fowl from picking out each other's eyes and make unique appearance. Now, we don't get glasses on chickens, so we can presume that when they're in these massive hangars, waiting to be sucked up into a vacuum cleaner and eventually ripped to pieces, okay, for the joy of your diet, which I'm really, my mouth's watering, they're pecking one another's fucking eyes out. Man. Did you know that? The world is such a cruel place, but you knew that now. You've got to this age. So you knew that it's a very cruel place and it's a very unfair place, right? Yeah, you know it. This is why it's unfair. Why can't I have a chick like that? I want that chick. This chick is beautiful. Can you remember them chicken things we used to have in the kitchen? We used to put eggs inside, like a chicken china thing with a lid. Do you remember them? Bunny rabbit blancmange molds. So there he is, chicken lick, and he's running off down the street, freaking everyone out, saying the sky's falling, and everyone's like, "What the fuck? What? Yeah, it is. It totally is falling in," and everyone just rides with it. And we are mindful, because we're in the truth community, about any bullshit the media or them come out with concerning like everyone getting killed, which is one of their favorite money spinners, because everyone's like, we're going to die. But you're not, by the way. Don't win. Caution. The warning is, like I said, is to not fucking sell into any fear, because fear rhymes with, I'm just saying, I didn't make that up. It's a good look, that mop on him. Anyway, so as you can see, the panic spread really quickly. She's like freaking the fuck out here, Henny Penny. And this girl's like, oh, the sky's falling in. Look at the state of her. Everybody went the same. This was 2020. Cover your face. You're a health risk. I didn't make the world. It was you before I got you. But this is the narrative that you will get in the Holy Bible, which I'm really not really down with. But what you see is I'm two minds. Where the fire and the brimstone comes from, and meteors. Got chunk meteor over by there, which is magnetic, which looks like man-made metal. So I'm thinking it might be something to do with the mechanism of the dome around the edges, a thing that keeps it like on tracks, maybe spinning, which is why the stars circle. I don't know, but they are coming down, and this fire and brimstone lack, and the sun doing one, as in going out for a little while, causing everything into a bit of a Valhalla, shall we just call it that? But before Valhalla, it gets boiling, fucking, excuse my language, boiling hot. So yeah, the sky cracks. This is a weird perspective. I've seen this in some movies of where you see the city circling up above your head, like in that film Inception. But considering we're pretending at the moment that there is an exterior world out there to actually give a fuck about, anything is actually possible in the field of infinite possibilities. That to me is somewhere that I would see in my dream state. The other night, I've had brilliant dreams just lately, but I had one that freaked me out. There was all ladies in burqas outside. Isn't she probably pretty? And they had beef with me, or I thought they did. And I went down and I was like, what you got beef with me for, man? So I haven't said anything like that. And they all had these like, oh, it was just like so trippy. And then the day after, I seen loads of them, but I was smiling, thinking, it's okay. I'm not, I was wondering where the men were. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, there's supposed to be some sort of judgment going on where all the souls, stars are probably souls or entities, planets too, wandering stars, probably entities in the sea above us, something along those lines, like the Phoenicians anyway. Is this happens to us all at the end? No, I'm not saying that it don't. I'm saying that there is probably an apocalyptic happening. I wouldn't want to miss it for the world. So I hope it happens in my lifetime. I'm not being funny, guys. You do your boo. But imagine how kick-ass it would be. Yeah? You're going to die anyway. So imagine, or whatever it is, you're going to transmute. Is that a good word? Or just go into another room anyway and play it all again. How good are you with this game of life? Yeah, no, it takes some work, doesn't it? I'm yet to master it myself. I've got some skills though, I've noticed. But well, when it comes to the end of the world, it goes to shit in a handbag. Apparently, everyone just tears everyone apart. Well, which is happening in the world now. It's all about every single reset, just before reset, before all this shit goes down, there's mass migrations of people. Like in Babylon, all the languages all got mixed up, which is definitely happening now because can't understand any fucker anymore. So that is definitely happening, and the mass migrations of people to move away from apocalyptic happenings. Now, if some parts of the world, like say parts of Africa, get inhabitable because they're 55 degrees round the clock or something, and then they have to move, which is possibly happening, I reckon there's going to be more mass migrations of people to get away from places that are just not going to be inhabitable anymore. But as other places become inhabitable, other places open up, which is probably the north, because I noticed that they're filtering all of humanity into the center bit of the flat earth map, into the center bit of the map, everybody, and most of the world's population is in the northern hemisphere flat anyway, and they just corralling everyone into the middle, and there's a middle bit I think has been thawing and come out with the water after the last flood quite recently. They say the tundra is melting and giving off all of these gases, don't they? And then there's mammoth tusks, but I think they're just hiding what they really see. The four horsemen and apocalypse, yeah, they don't scare me. They just seem fuck all. Yeah, bring them wrong year. They needs to get Harley Davidsons or bikes at least to be cool, or even contend as being cool in the 2026. I mean, if they turn up on horses, everyone's going to be like, yeah, right. Where's your motor, dude? It's going to be embarrassing. All the horses are very beautiful, and I'm sure if you're, one of these dudes, you're going to have a really lovely horse, except for Death. I think his horse might be like, I don't know. Don't even worry about it. Anyway, so don't fear the reap. Don't fear the four horsemen of apocalypse, because look at them. They look like pussies to me, guys. I'm not being funny, but in a warrior's mentality, like the movie The Warriors, they all are. Because if you're in the Warriors or Fight Club, don't talk about Fight Club though. They all are, and they are in this day and age anyway. Wesley Snipes said in Demolition Man. Look at them. They're all like, do you think lay down, everything's going to be okay? Let's all say a prayer. And there's the heavenly hosts sorting it out. There's the boss. And Lord Archangel Michael somewhere. So that's the tribulation. The horn blows. Do you think, look what the sun's doing? If they have a loud trumpet going off in the sky, which happens sometimes in some places, I'm going to be like, fuck yeah. Now things are getting interesting. Well, it's going to be a new era anyway, and the whole of humanity is being shifted out of their old consciousness into a new paradigm, dragging and screaming some people, whether they like it or not, and that's preparing us for something. So Cataclysm has been literally an obsession with me since childhood for some reason, because I said primal memories or whatever it is being right through my life thinking about these things. Don't even know why. I ain't even depressive or anything, but neither is he really. but just who are they, the others, these other dimensional beings? Shiny teeth and the Colgate ting little diamonds, which you get with them pan-dimensionals. I think they'd be really annoying though, and they'd have a superiority complex. See, again, that don't really go down well. This is what I want greatness is. Topless ladies with Pegasuses, that would be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I think the snakes, not just the poison, I think they're analogous for electromagnetics. So I think I don't think like radiation's chopped his head off, but it is the Gorgon. And I think that was the end of that era. And then there was a shutdown of society. The place was void of people because it was too inhabitable. Turbulent seas. The people that did probably survive, like the old druids stuff. It was a land, time of magic and wizards and magic spells that gave them conjuring up a storm. It only takes one wizard to conjure up a tempest, remember? And what 3 witches can do. Whew. Even I want to think about it. So I think it was that time, that you see like in Lord of the Ringsy time, somewhere along the line. There was no calendar, so we have no recollection of it. But their architecture and the buildings, Gothic cathedrals, etc. I think they were that from that time. But these paintings from the Renaissance, etc., certainly sing. That's the Kundalini, I think. Probably. Yeah, it is. They could see the figure 8. The ascension of consciousness to a higher realm. That's what people are going through, but it's almost impossible to actually put into a vocabulary and explain. I've noticed you can't really explain feelings like that, and you can't really know what's going on because it's the bigger plan, the ineffable plan. I'm just going with it because it's like minute. I definitely got skin in this game. There's no doubt about it. So there she is, Melancholy. She's a beautiful angel. She's waiting now, waiting for it all to be reset, and then it's all over again. So I do think there is a warning that people shouldn't jump on a bandwagon when it comes to what have mass hysteria. But I am mindful and do think that something has happened in the past because my primal memory remembers it. Here in 1410, in the German apocalypse, they recount the apocalypse from the Bible, and you can see some strange shit going down. But it definitely looks like a mud flood to me. It looks like buildings are sinking in the mud in this case, and all of the big trees are being ripped up. So you don't hear about the words about big trees in the actual Bible. Fire and brimstone falling down, and that looks like the sea up there, doesn't it? And the angel is pouring a fiery pot, which sort of sings like that the angels caused the apocalypse and the many-headed hydra. I think that came out of a volcano. Chop one head off and then another one pops up and all of that. And you got the Whore of Babylon as well. And there is just... these are like some say that this is the United Nations, this is the high table, and it's the battle between all of these different power structures, which is probably is actually playing out over and over again. And if necessity comes to it, they will have a zero deficit and start all over again with humanity. And who even knows what they bring in, because they got in the Bible, you're dog heads, and you see dog heads all over. And these cryptoids, things with multiple heads, nothing that you see in the normal world. But they're in the Bible, like billions of people actually believe a sanctum. It's really weird. But there you go. So an acorn or something to a little demon going on there. So we know the names of loads of angels, but they don't tell you loads of demons, but they give you bad pictures of them, like they do a propaganda of the Germans in World War II, for example. So have a look at these. So harps, they play harps. So it's all about vibrational quality and the sound. And I definitely think comets are something to do with a reset of civilization too. Well, I ain't giving any time scales of when I think this is going down. I'm just saying that, you know, I've been here half a century and the sun is definitely doing one. There's dogheads again. She's doing that like two-finger thing that they're pointing up as well. There's a lot of that. So yeah, it's a heavenly host living up above us. I wouldn't put it past it. They're watching us, watching everything. They got super capabilities to watch what everybody's doing now anyway. So yeah, she's dunking the sun, the moon in the sea. Isn't that interesting? That's what's happening above. Because there's waters above and waters below. Yeah, that's really groovy. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So yeah, this is what they were thinking of the World 1410. But you've got these other people in other realms, these heavenly people with the halos. My son, Lawrence, big shout to Lawrence, think these might be some sort of imprisoning device, like what you get in, say, Battle Royale. You know, basically, if you try to, you know, escape, your head explodes. Simple, you know. But you think if you're an angel, you would definitely have head exploding powers, or you should develop them. If I was an angel, I would definitely develop scanning technologies for exploding, annoying people's heads on buses and stuff. So yeah, apparently this is going to happen. So if you're really, really naughty, everybody who's naughty goes into the big demon munch. That's not even scary. I ain't even scary. I don't even scare me. And levitating cities. So I think it's in the 18th of August that there is a solar eclipse, or partial one, which we will witness sure, if it's not cloudy. And I think it's a full moon or a new moon. But there's 3 celestial happenings all in the same week. So I guessing things will go a bit weird and nuts at that time. I'm just guessing that will be the case. Let's see what the world does. Whatever we want it to. That's what it'll do. Because where your attention goes, your energy flows. And if people are obsessed with nasty ass topics, I notice some YouTubers, they just can't stop thinking about nonsense all the time. Fuck me. Who wakes up in the morning and thinks about that weird shit? It's crazy to me. So, but that's just. So yeah, let's have a look at this. I'm going to share this in the description shortly. And it is a 1733, somewhere along those lines. Atlas of the Apocalypse, 1729 published date, Bandaha. But these are like rare, I reckon, getting rarer and so detailed. First thing, bird's eye perspective, looking down on Nineveh, which is a bit of a amazing city. You can see these exact walls, which are in fact, considering they're in the biblical era, star forts. And a giant pyramid. And they got some camels to do stuff. Loads of allotments outside. Amazing city gates. That's probably for demagnetizing. And this giant city wall, or water all the way around. Anyone can just walk in this place, though. Nineveh. H blocks. So yeah, this is supposed to be like in the Bronze Age. And this thing looks like Solomon's Temple. It's not. But yeah, Nineveh today, they got the surrounds still exist in the desert. You can still see the surrounds of Nineveh, because I reckon it looked like that in the 1700s. And something has happened since that have made it that broken, dusted ruin. So yeah, Noah, he got tipped off, him and his family, and then everyone else in the world gets killed except for Noah's family. And then all of us come from Noah's family, a bit like we come from Adam and Eve. Did the Chinese come from Adam and Eve, or do they have a Chinese Adam and Eve to make them look more Chinese? I don't know how it works. It just seems really weird. But like, I like that idea that our great grandfathers and grandmothers were the first. I really like that. It makes perfect sense, actually. So yeah, I noticed that he's hired a load of people to make this giant ark. What did he tell them? You can get a free ticket, because they're like, dude, I worked on that, broke my back for 6 fucking months. You think I could get on it? Don't work like that. You're going to get free tickets. So what? I would have got a little army together and bum rushed and nicked these fucking... Man, it's the end of the world, dude. Yeah? There's sharks and fishes in this place. You're either going to just like, oh, just sit around waiting to die. Or let's chow down on all of this fine meat we got down in the hold. Let's have a look what we got. Nah, this is two of everything. This is exactly what they did. They definitely did. That makes perfect sense. So all of the birds and everyone had like a chant put on them. So they were like all happy. No one's eating anything. Took a pair of dragons with them. Shame they died. A load of dodos as well. Toucans. I like toucans. They're awesome. I seen one when I was a kid. I thought it was really, really awesome. So yeah, I think she's an apothecary, Moses' wife, and she does like a thing where it steams and it dopes all the animals up, like it did in the movie with Russell Crowe, so they don't all chow down on one another. So yeah, they got all the dimensions, but they show you they don't have just one arc. They have loads of arcs. I think the pyramids were arcs, all of them, all over the world. Ooh, lovely eagle. Bats are awesome. Eagles are awesome. Animals are awesome. And let's have a look at this next floor full of animals. So the animals just had a psychic message to turn up 2 by 2. So if anything weird is coming, like in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, when he builds a mashed potato devil's tower, we will have a psychic message coming in. Okay, don't wrongly interpret it. I think it's definitely going to be valid, and I think it's everyone is about to get this download shortly. Fuck! Look at all this stuff. Barrels. Whoa! I bet you had a few birds you could eat. Oh yeah, loads of. Yeah, didn't keep them though, did he? Wow! Look at the stores. So that would have been kick-ass, man. Boat. Everybody's gone. Stuff your face. I bet they would have had hydroponics somewhere. I would have. Anyway, so they're sorted. And then like 40 days, 40 nights. Fuck all. And then send a dove out. It comes back as like, oh, the land's all dry already. It's like, well, already? Fuck me, that was quick. It's like, yep, it receded. It wasn't all that bad then. Oh, yeah, it's pretty bad flood. Everybody's dead, except for a few. Who? People in the bunkers. So, yeah, will they oppose me and take my share? It's like, no, man, you're literally appointed by God, Moses. Use the schematics. If you want to build yourself an ark, because you think a biblical flood's coming, don't worry, because I haven't had any psychic tip-offs that anything's going to happen like that. Have you? No, not me. Not recently, anyway. Or any of it, actually. Feel that there's a big spiritual war taking place, but that's a war of minds. And that needs to be addressed. People's weird fucking ideologies and political ideals. It's fucking... We don't even know what Britain is anymore. My son calls it a quasi-communist, but it's not even that. It's not even any classification anymore for what anything is. It certainly isn't democracy. It's not National Socialism. It's not communism. It's just, it's new and it's weird. Because, you know, somebody has said like years ago to me, it's like, oh yeah, the whole country, all the councils, everything is going to be woke controlled and weird. And they'll be like, you won't be able to say anything about it at all or complain in any way because that will be not allowed. See, that would have been difficult if everybody was screaming outside and dying, because I'm sure everybody wasn't sinful, guys. Little kids ain't sinful, but did God give a fuck? No, they drowned. Literally, he fucking drowned them. I'm telling you what, you want to think about that. The Bible really is like a horror book, isn't it? It literally is like hammer horror. It is quite frightening. So this is how they downloaded the history. Is on they chiseled it into stones and stone tablets, because that didn't get taken out in a flood, because it was all underwater a while. This map is supposed to show the deluge itself. Let's have a look. So that's what the world like. And that's where everyone went. Japhet went here, Sham went there. I got different narratives of all of that as well. Samatia. Interesting. And Tataria is over here, and I got Scythians underneath, and the Kosovakian maybe Tartars. So the Tartars were there then, and this is supposed to be like the biblical times. You get the Tarish in the Bible, but the Tarish are from Anatolia. They're not from. Excuse me. And I think Babel's coming up. This is Nineveh again. Check this perspective image. I can't get how he does this, how he gets his mind around it. Look at all that. It's like fucking Las Vegas over there. Wow, look how thin that is. But it looks computer componenty. They got water feeding in, and it's definitely a star fort. No doubt about it. Which is mind-blowing because it's supposed to be in the Bible. And it's supposed to be built in the 1600s, not in the Bronze Age. So what you got to do is build a tower before the ends of the world, because we've had a tip off. It's like he's going to fucking flood us. What we do, build a tower, get up there, bum rush heaven, take some bags with us so we can steal all of their good stuff. Because they're bound to have some good stuff in heaven, guys. Don't think they got shit stuff. Maybe you could just do the big whammy. Bum rush heaven, bum rush hell, all in the one day. Like robbing all the casinos in Las Vegas, all in one day movie. Casino, whatever that films are, casino films. Just like that. And then nobody would have to worry about anything anymore because we would have all the good stuff like cosmic weaponry. So I think they're keeping people out of these cities. Check this out for mind blow, guys. This is the city of Babel, and as they say, it's in Assyria. But I've seen Babel in Egypt, and they got all this water around this star fort sort of thing, these little minaret things. But I think this is charged with electricity, because if you check the gates, what's that? Did they just leave the engraving out? No, man, there's a laser beam going between. Zzz, to Van de Graaff generators. In fact, that's what I think they all are, is Van de Graaff generators, creating a force field around this. And look at the massive hole in the floor. I wonder where that pit goes, guys. It's mad, isn't it? So I hope you're enjoying catch up work. I hope you're enjoying this so far. 300 of you watching. Welcome to Flaterday today. So yeah, I wonder what's down that pit. So yeah, Babylon. So yeah, where's the tower? Look at the city though. There's the tower. Corkscrew affair. Okay, they're going to need a bigger tower. Let's get Nebuchadnezzar in on it. He'll build a whopper. There it goes. So Neb gets his head. You got like literally a wicked building crew. Here they are, working furiously because they know the end's coming. And look at all this Greco-Romano architecture on the Tower of Babel, which looks super futuristic for the apparent thousands and thousands of years ago. That's a bit space age, isn't it? Wait till you see it finished. It looks like Art Deco. Check this out, though. What an amazing engraving from a bird's eye perspective. So much going on. Wow. So all of them people working on it. But these buildings look like they've been out here time. Greco-Romano arch. All-seeing eye. That's interesting that that's there. Okay, let's have a look at this. And it's just like Gothic churches. This is a crane for bringing stuff up. Giant statues, very annoying. And foundries for producing metal, bringing it all in by sea. There's the other Babel, the corkscrew affair. This thing is not finished. Still going up. Still going up. Tower of Babel. Wow, that's going to be absolutely amazing when it's finished. There it is. Look at this. So, yeah, it looks like the Chrysler building. It's Art Deco. It's really weird how they could conceive something like this in 1700s anyway, because there's nothing in the world that looks like this, apparently. Yeah, you've got this futuristic aluminium-looking skyscraper going up into the heavens. Got a long way to go, yeah. But don't worry, the world's going to end anyway, so that's all. So last furious attempt to save their asses, and he's like, what's the point? It's like, what's the point indeed? And then have a what's the point party, which is what everyone should do, is have a what's the point party, have a what's the point magical rave of not giving two hootness about anything. Ooh, there's a harem named people. Ooh. So yeah, they had to, what's happening there on the gates? Jeez. Anyway, there's the massive encampment outside, and this is a really populated big world, and they built that. It's hard to believe. It looks like there's a bit underground to me. But how do they do that? How did he engrave that from up there? How would you get your mind to do that? There's 1,000 things in there. Thousands of things in that picture, in that engraving. I think there's some photographic. I think he's like literally seeing what he's engraving, and he was there. I really feel like that. Look at this. First burning of the temple. And nicking all their shit. That's the way. You're getting all of the jugs and not jugs, jars and Corinthian tops. We'll take them. Any booze you got going on? Ooh, what's this green stuff? That'll do. And then they took it all. But don't worry. Look at the battering rams. Wow. Look at the hammer. Just smashed the city wall down, man, with a big hammer. Oh, I'd love to have witnessed that. Brilliant. Oh, it's like a movie. And this is the extent of the apocalypse and flood. But if there was, which is not a globe, where would the water recede to? Nowhere, would there? So it's obviously a flat plane. That fact alone should tell you. But the kids, or the Cheribanuskis, which are not kids, we've well established, are blinded. They can't see in this world. Possibly blind the Phoenicians, you know, from the deep sea. Why would you need eyes? Anyway, that's all for that. And I'm going to leave that there for a share with you in the descriptions, but it has gone for a moment and crashed. Right, more information. I found this interesting. This was sent in by Waco Baked. Big shout to Waco Baked. And it's Cardiff by the Sea in Encinitas in California. I was going to go to Encinitas when I was in San Diego. It's all like crazy, like shit ton of cults down there, bro. So yeah, we're going to go and have a look. But I didn't bother with Encinitas. I do want to go there because it's all like Swami Avenue, like the IceCon, International Society of Christian Consciousness. But they have literally a Cardiff Road. I'd love to go down a Cardiff Road in California. And then they say, where are you from? And I'd say, I'm from the old Cardiff. And they say, where? Wales. So, yeah. Not that anyone knows about Wales. I mean, there's Encinitas. So, yeah, but that's beautiful to see. And how far is it from San Diego? Well, it's not. It's in between San Diego and Los Angeles. Then it's north. I thought it was south. There you go. It's north. Like a Tijuana, just over there, the wall. You could literally just drive from San Diego into Tijuana. I hear this fucking dog shit rough though, but that wouldn't stop me. You know, I like Mexico. Moving on. Let's have a look at some beautiful buildings from what they call Tartaria in some beautiful photography and some half-buried buildings. Let's have a look at these German churches. So these are not German. These are in Poland, in Stretching, which is, I think, Danzig, which I've been to. And I'm going to go into images of the day shortly. If you feel free to share this out, like this video if you did. So yeah, they got some cool shit in Poland, and I noticed they got a globe in the middle of the floor there, and another globe on the table. Whatever, fucking weirdos. So yeah, I'd like to visit Poland again. It'd be amazingly clean and And, well, nice. I have been there a couple of times, actually. I have some of the best experiences of my life there. Love the Zhigits beer. Went for some very high-quality meals when I was there, except I didn't know how to eat an eel. I picked it up and chewed on it. It was supposed to chisel the insides up. I did not know this. Wild boar, jelly deals. I love the pickled herrings. Oh, fuck yeah. And in copious amounts of, this is Bucharest in Hungary, this one, these photos as well. And copious amounts of vodka, some of the strongest vodka in the world. This looks like Gaudi stuff. But Bucharest. Bucha and rest. But yeah, I've seen some of these opera houses. In Czech Republic, I went in one. It looked exactly like that sort of thing. So yeah, I thought these were my mud flood photos. They are not. I'm going to get them and bring them up in a minute. Wow, they got some cool shit. So yeah, what's going on? Keep oh, look how beautiful that lamppost is. Keep tuned into Flat Earth British, because I'm going to be doing Flat Earth or meetups, magical meetups, at the end of every month, starting this month. So keep an eye out, and you may be able to come to one of these life-changing experiences for yourself. So let's have a look at the size of this church. Jesus. Well, literally. Wow. It's not my cup of tea. But, you know, knock yourself out, guys. You do you, boo. Oh, yeah, they are mixed in here. So, yeah, it's a collection of totalitarian buildings all through America. Buffalo, New York, first electrified city. I love that building. I got it on a T-shirt. Had it on a T-shirt. Look at this. Oh, world. There's no way that's recent. Look at this. And all the details on the upper floors, like when no one's going to ever see it. Unless you're in a balloon. And then you got these holes. I don't think they're for loft insulation. I think this is a technology, and these holes too. But can you imagine having that top floor in there? How groovy that would be. Wow, yeah. So yeah, very cool. New York City Tower. And look at this thing. Is this not the top of a building? And the rest is like buried. It's a bit top heavy, isn't it? Maybe we're just seeing over a wall and there's a bit below. Wow. The Tribune, which is a nasty ass newspaper. They all are. Because the word is mightier than the sword. That's why oral traditions, I think, are really, you know, have lasted so long and handed down. It's like, where's the source for all of the information that people get on the internet is from then. And I'm like, you know, we don't take fucking food from the enemy, although we're all forced to. Know that enemy. That's the whole score, isn't it? And you know, yeah, evil as fuck. Yeah, Detroit as a city is amazing. I love the old world architecture in Detroit. They knocked a lot of it down in that urban renewal and brutalization on most American cities. Actually, hideous. Oh, that's nice. Nice perspective. Using a fisheye lens. That's Pasadena, up in California, and a bit of Art Deco. I love the lot of Art Deco in LA. Fachets, I think. Or maybe. Oh, yeah. That'd be a good place to visit. I'd like to go there. I know people says it stinks of piss, but, you know, nothing in going to Inglewood or anything. But they say in the center of the city. I'm sure there's nice places. San Diego's fucking luxury. Not everywhere, except for the gun shooting thing that happens on the highway, where people shooting at one another. But apparently that's normal. Downstairs for trains. Oh, look at this. Love a good railway station. The sounds and everything. Just groovy. Choo-choo. Love it. So, yeah. Images of the day coming up. And then we're going to be cutting out. I'm glad you could be here this week. I've got a couple of videos out this week. Top 20 most gorgeous babes. I had a good reception with that, a lot of agreement, although there were other ones that we could have added, but there are a lot of beautiful women in the world. And top 20 sci-fi films. But I can do more when mood takes me. Wow, that's fucking ruined. Philadelphia. That's like Welsh population there. Wow, what the... It looks like a bit of old Egypt. It's got Egypt stuff on it, haven't it? These are Egypt columns. Wow. Super duper old, though, for like America, considering it's supposed to be like, you know, not that old. Oh, yeah, I love that one. Seen that in the movies. These do look like fasces things. Deco as fuck. Shells. Oh, you just can't avoid the shells. And that beautiful aerial, which is really awesome for radio transmission. Philadelphia again. Look at that. Wow. Okay, what's happened there then? Maybe it's being demolished. Which would be unfortunate. A lot of these corner buildings have been demolished. A lot of them were banks. Shibe Park. It's a stadium. It's a sports ground, isn't it? Damn. How can that be a sports ground? Look how amazing that is. These look like old Wembley Stadium towers. Wow, it's a stadium. And the roof's come in. So they're knocking it down. Shit. Cumberland, Maryland. I don't know this, but the stuff there looks super old. And looks like Scotland, considering it's Maryland. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'd love to sit in one of these, read a book, just chill out. Top of the world. Nice natural sunlight. I definitely have different stained glass. I have all different color light coming on me, I think. St. Louis, Missouri. And we've got, could be an old world apartment block. They have got these ports. You could think that for ventilation is a particularly hot part of the world, isn't it? New York, this is in Central Park. It's a castle. They got lots of old world castle stuff. They say they built in the 1800s. That could be argued. How old is this bottom bit? Looks like the stuff you get in England is from the Middle Ages. So just saying, yeah. Olympia, that's a theatre in Detroit. Got cameos. Oh, interesting. One wing angel comedy thing. Somebody playing hockey. Somebody running, sporty things, and a runner. Oh, okay. It's nice. It's nice. Pittsburgh. Let's have a look. Club 630. I'd love to go in there. Elks. Yeah, man. Check all this out. Whew. So dirty. Royal Order of Moose. Loyal Order of Moose. That's like Masonic fraternity. I've seen them. I've seen that. The Mooses on Laurel and Hardy movie. They literally had the antlers on and they're on a train. They're with their wives. It's very memorable. The Royal Order of Moose. Shit. I bet they rub antlers and all that and make moose noises. Wow. Okay. They got a lot of strange Masonic type of fraternities. Look at this thing in Chicago. Looks like a castle block. But this roller derby. Wow. And changes have happened here. This looks like a corner of a Starfall. There's bits missing here. It's like an old castle. An old keep of some sort. Chevrolet. Grand Rapids. I have photographs of Grand Rapids and this building in particular being taken down The whole of Grand Rapids got completely destroyed. All the Tatarian stuff, if you want to call it that. All the old world buildings, these mud flooders. Urban renewal, and they put all these skyscrapers up in tower blocks. I got images of it. Terrible tragedy. Oh, you can see the demolition crew in here. They keep doing that. Hide the old world. But like, look at this. White Castle, LA. What the? How old is this? This is Rome, isn't it? What do you think, guys? There's shit on it. It's not even motor cars. Don't think it's the Industrial Revolution. What is the dirt? I always wonder that about antiquity, what the dirt is. Just mold, I guess. US court out Des Moines. I like that, Des Moines. But they're definitely mud floody. All of these courthouses have got these lower windows, which are the tops of windows this big. And that's why the building looks top heavy. Is because there's another maybe 1 or 2 stories down, because this is the top of a building. In fact, a lot of these buildings I'm showing you, the tops of buildings. I love Galveston, except when I got heartburn on the last Gaviscon. Galveston, that's the Sacred Heart Church, got fucked up. Rebuilt now, I think. But yeah, I loved it there. I've been there a couple of times. Where? Texas. Chicago, Illinois. They're going to rip this down. What a shame. Look at this. Hide the evidence of the old world, guys. They keep doing it. Chicago, look at this. Another castle. And some castles made of sand fall in the sea. Eventually. Jimi Hendrix. So, yeah, when you mention, like, the greatest guitarists of all time, I notice Matt Bolan doesn't come up very often. I think he should definitely be a contender, along with Jimi Hendrix, and Randy Rhoads, and Richie Blackmore, and Eric Clapton, who was considered God when I was young. Marion County Courthouse, Salem, Oregon, not Salem, Massachusetts. They got another Salem, like Jerusalem. Travis County Courthouse, Austin. Oh, I loved Austin. That's nutty enough for me there. I can literally, nobody even bats an eyelid there. Keep Austin weird. That's what they say. I had my photograph taken with a US Star Trooper. He was built like a brick shithouse, but what a lovely man. Save you from a burning tower, guy. Yeah, man. They're all like Audie Murphy. Hoseman Fire Department, City Hall, all in one building. Nice, light style. Well done, Montana. Guthrie. I don't know Guthrie. I like it, though. Is this mud floody? Is a bit, isn't it? Whew. Oklahoma. Oh, in Oklahoma. Oklahoma, here I come, back where I started from. And Boise, Idaho. Isn't she probably pretty? I come from Boise, Idaho. And they also have these red granite bottoms because I think that they are protection from when they know floods come in. Wow, what happened to City Hall? Is that window reflection or is this building gutted? This building's gutted. You can see straight in there. Fire. No, the roof would be gone. Where is the interior of City Hall in Boise, Idaho? Idaho. Don't know. What's this wire here? Could be the telegraph. Okay. Whew. Ooh, very Masonic here. Got the San Joaquin jail in Stockton. That's a jail. Got loads of buildings look exactly like that in Cardiff, exactly like that, and that's in California. Oh my God, why has everywhere in the world got the same architecture? Look at that spinny whirly thing, like Nineveh. All the decoration at the top, very pretty. Mud floody though it looks. I said that horrible, but that definitely looks mud floody. Post office, Omaha, Nebraska. What a whopper. Why do you need such big buildings just to send a freaking little letter with stamp on it. Mind you, they did do parcels. Second County Courthouse, Los Angeles. Oh my God, it's fucking beautiful. Wow. Hasn't had a major earthquake and been destroyed, Los Angeles. You think it would have had, because it was go on about it on the fault line. Cheyenne, Wyoming. Ooh. What a lovely name, Cheyenne, isn't it? Pierce County Courthouse, Tacoma, Washington. Ooh, Tacoma. Ugh. Admin building, University of Idaho. Jesus, just administration. Wow. Shit, tons of money built all this, didn't it? Whew. Mega Civil War must have been really, really profitable. High school in St. Louis. Wow, this is old world. Looks like Bleeding Hampton Court. It really does. They got window tax in America as well, have they? Can't get away with that. These white block all the windows up. You need natural light. Because the sun's dangerous. Old Main St. Paul's in Minnesota. Or Minneapolis, could it be? No, it's Minnesota, isn't it? Wow, fucking hell. Excuse my language. Wow. Oh, it's lush. And it looks like the top of the building. Looks like the rest, you know, the first story front door. And there's even a window underneath the staircase. So, Lawrence, Kansas. Jeez. It's named after my son. He hasn't got to spell his name like that, but that's definitely mud floody and way old looking. Investigation time. Have I got anyone actually here? You there? Yeah, 318 of you. Thank you for being here. Happy Flaterday. Wet my whistle. Carnegie Library. Yeah, he built a load. This looks Mexican, though, doesn't it? So California. Wonder what happened to all them books then. At Wilson School, Pasadena. And what's the date on there? 1867. They always are. There's no will before then. Low windows. All right. That was quite good then. I enjoyed them. Look a bit of that. Right. So we're going to do Flaterday images. Just roll through these that I've collected all week. And then I will be back in a few days with more Flaterday British. So this is Cardiff Central Station. It's not all that for like as a station goes. The original 1856 station built by Isambard Kingdom Brunel got fucking demolished. And then this was built in the 1920s in an Art Deco style, although it is a good example of Art Deco. But it's Victorian. It was gone. But what I never noticed was it says Great Western Railway. There is a sort of G thing, but not really. It's like a Mandela effect. It's like I've seen it a million trillion times. And yeah, it says Great, not Great Western Railway. This week I've been thinking and talking about Egypt being in America. And I think the Memphis buildings and Parthenon in 1897 might be evidence of the old world in America. Giant pyramids, giant Greco-Roman temples, as you can see here. That's a fountain. The effort they would have had to build them in 1887 in that part of the world. It's just incredible. Teenage parties in the 50s. Oh, can you remember teenage parties? Yeah, they turned the shit in a handbag, don't they, once drugs kick in? Poof. So, yeah, G. Let's have a look. All right, I can see that there now. That's not a G. That's not a G. That's a stupid C. Sorry, but it is. That's a Mandela effect. I look at that. It says Great Western. It doesn't say Great Western at all. It's a Mandela effect. They're just fucking with me now. Excuse my language again. In South Wales, we have the beautiful city of Newport, very ancient seaport, and it comes up the River Usk, the Romans, the Vikings, all been up here, and right through the Middle Ages. This was one of the busiest places you can imagine. Is Newport Castle. There's another bridge going across here in the modern day with the thumping great railway line and a beautiful bridge they got here. But in 100 years or not ago, it was just this dirt and not so much going on. But a beautiful city if you ever want to visit Wales. Adolf Hitler, here he is here with his nieces. Now, how do we know that they were his nieces? I'm wondering whether they were his daughters and they kept it out of the public eye, because there was a lot of things that they keep out of the public eye about people, and the fact that he had half, like daughters not with either brawn type of thing, which they didn't even know about her. So I'm wondering if he had daughters. See a likeness. And could be installed in positions of power today, because definitely women rule this place, no doubt about it. Swordfish, that's like 70 grand on her head there. I tried swordfish in California. I can honestly say I didn't like it, and I like all fish. I tried it in Portugal as well. Didn't like it there either. I like tuna. Tuna's lovely if it's real. So yeah, this guy's a termite. He's seeing if the bar's tender or the pillar is tender. I don't know why he's doing that. Maybe he's got teething problems. But that's on a wall of a medieval church in England. Right, here's some Tatarians. They're in traditional costumes for their part of the world, which is the Caucasus area, hence Caucasians. Nice little hats, though, but they have got the laurel leaf of control. So there's a nice national costumes, which pretty much the same all over the world, national costumes. I like the cheesecloth thing. I used to have a cheesecloth shirt. I can love that. Don't know what happened to that. Interesting rings of the past. I don't know what that is. And this is an interesting little tale. So this lady here, she was the Queen of Ptolemy in Nigeria. She was brought over to England, and she lived with Queen Victoria as her bestie. And the narrative at the time is that actually she might have been related to Queen Victoria, like closely related. So Queen of Ptolemy lived with Queen Victoria, and there she is, she's super wealthy, super duper elite royal, lived in the royal household. Right, how are we getting around in the past? Like this. Do you like that? So yeah, I don't know why they got so much detail. Oh, look at that. I'm definitely in tune with this show, which has been about cock-a-doodle-doos. I used to love cock-a-doodle-doos in the morning. Oh, look, we got Phoenix on the flames. Look, what a beautiful Phoenix. Ah, lovely. Don't worry, it'd be so hot you won't feel it. Pegasus, unicorns, and something that looks like that's where they got the design for viruses from, and a fire-breathing dragon. Super cool, isn't they? Them images. I really like them. Let's have a look at some more cryptoids. You've got this trumpety guy. Ooh, look at that. Wow, they went fucking nuts with the DNA splicing, didn't they? Sphinxes are all right, though, but they're half lion. So I'm not really... Ugh. Whoa, yeah. Fucking hell. So, a goat's head on a lion and then a serpent on his tail. Even he's freaked out, the centurion. He's half horse. Wow. Like I said, this place was here before I got here. Let's have a look at these. Oh, ooh, ooh. I'm not sure if she's a mermaid or what. She's looking a bit serpenty. We got a griffin. I wonder if they had a language. Probably. We got Pan with his pan pipes, causing all sorts of mayhem. Serpenty leg dude, if is a dude. And the old mermaids, yeah. And mer horses as well, seahorses. Definitely a lot of that in all the culture. There you are. Memphis twin, two great river civilizations, one architectural language is the question. And it's highly interesting that you got this bird's eye view of Memphis, which looks exactly like Egypt, and then you've got all these buildings in the same place in 1909. Just a bit of, it's a bit of a coinky dink. So you got Egypt there with the pyramids along the Nile, and then the pyramids along the river in the Memphis River, I guess it's called. I'm not sure what it's called. The Mississippi, of course it is. MISSIPPI. Christ, why did they make us spell that in school? And why did they make us sing Berejaka, French song? Berejaka. I'd be like, what the fuck are we singing this for? I'm sure they're not singing Bleerman van Hadai in frigging in France land at all. So yeah, the mounds are actually pyramids covered in mud. In old Memphis, you've got the same for St. Louis, and the old world was covered in pyramids because the old world, or the old world, is what they call the new world. I'm sold. I don't think that was. I think this is not temporary measures. I think this is how the world looked. Slipped into the record. Just to fuck with us. Same pyramids you get in Mexico style as well. And it makes perfect sense. I remember standing in Galveston thinking, you got all them pyramids across the Gulf of Mexico there. And then, there's none in Texas. So why are there so many over there and not over here? Why does the culture not come here? Because it was probably so apocalyptic there. Maybe. Or maybe they are. Texas is just super flat. And there's the original Memphis. So yeah, this is the actual real origin of the burning bush. She's got her all seeing eye open. She's getting a bit of that on a Gregory Peck. And she got a bit of cooked ham, which is nice. With a bit of wine, must admit. And fiery bush. It's better than good gracious me, great balls of fire. This is an interesting little one, yeah. Let's have a look at this. The Great Knight. He's looking at you. He's going to jump that. He actually can't even jump that. He's like a rubbish knight. Yeah, literally ditches the horse, goes over the handlebars, smacks his head on that tree, and she just rolls her eyes, walks away, thinking, what a sad fuck. So yeah, interesting iconography. I think this one is probably Sophia Gaia. Right, let's have a look at this old text picture of religious stuff going on. On fire. She's on fire. She's on fire, and she's got this this red globe. Whew. That's Tai Chi. She's doing Tai Chi. She's orbing. Shh. Shh. She's doing that. Wow. So, according to some of these depictions, these are, I don't know what country this is. It could be Ethiopia. Looking at the skin tone, got to say. But they're really big into Christian stuff. So, I didn't know Joseph Merritt, the elephant man, lived in the 1960s with the modern telephone boxes and the modern lampposts. Picked that up on the modern pavement. So that is the movie with John Hurt, actually. Did you know the original occupants of Japan were actually black Japanese people? The later ones, don't know where they've come from, but the Jomon people were the prehistoric inhabitants of the Japanese archipelago, and they look like this. Pretty cool, eh? The original occupants were like this. This is China and Japan had black kings and dark-skinned black women queens, like this one here. Japanese black hierarchy of the past and a ruling dynasty That no longer is there because something has happened in the meantime. Mass migrations of people infiltrating countries and just taking them over. And then the society and the culture is nothing like it was before. This is British culture. Find a car, an old Rover, yeah, and just, if it's already touched, which it will be, play on it all day, nothing will happen. So we all did that as kids in Britain. These are British images of what we did, 1940s in the war. And we used to do this in the street as a big mass skip. Did you do skipping? I wasn't really big into skipping myself, being boy. I would have been into all of this stuff. So that's the Americans there watching them play skipping rope in the street. So yeah, fight. Okay, now. So in my school, if even if there was a suggestion there was going to be a scrap after school, 1,000 kids would turn up over the park. So you had no choice to fight. And literally no room to breathe. Everyone's going, scrap, 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 scrap. So you had to make quick work of it. This happened so many times, is unbelievable. So got to overcome your courage and just think, I'm going to fuck you up. That's what you got to do. Yeah, that is really good. That boy looks just like me. He looks like me. Wow, that's really weird. Really does look like a young me. It's really weird. I remember my red buggy car. I kept on to my father. He bought it in 1970. I was 3-year-old. I was the happiest. It was on the top shelf in Stoke. He used to stare at it fondly. Once I got my little red buggy car, I was ripping down the street. Happiest little Martin you can imagine. My red buggy car. I'm telling you. So we had a thing called, you may not know about this, British Bulldogs. Broken legs, broken arms, mass violence, two opposing sides. We like rumbles, really, you could call them. But urban warfare, we used to take on. I got a scar there from when a boy threw a brick in my head and the blood squirted out. I see my other mate Russell. He came up to me and he had a stick of bracken coming out of his eyeball. We also called it Religo. It was highly dangerous. People literally died playing Religo and British Bulldogs. So it's two battles. And you literally fuck one another. It was amazing. Oh, I love being British. It's so amazing. And playing in a sandpit. Nothing wrong with that. But have you ever played in a sandpit and it's a cat shit? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not good, is it? And then the whole street turns into a stadium for a game of cricket. Or in my case, because I'm from Wales, we don't play cricket. Yeah, we play baseball, like because we're closer to America. Rounders. Everybody joining, all the mothers. It was fucking brilliant. We had a little square cul-de-sac. We had like base 1, 2, 3, and 4 in each corner. And everybody would cheer it on. Don't do anything like that anymore. I noticed some kids have come out and started selling lemonade again because it's boiling hot summer. That's very old worldy. And jumble sales. I've seen some of them as well. So I like all them old things that, you know, we used to do with the kids. Instead of sitting on them devices and doing inside stuff, need to get out, do this, be free, swing on old lampposts like we used to do. Feeling fantastic. Hopscotch, I was okay at hopscotch. I quite like it. But you number it 1, 2. Yeah, this is a more obscure version of hopscotch. So, and it keeps you warm on a freezing winter morning as well when you're playing hopscotch and stuff. I didn't have a go with this. We used to sit in giant lorry inner tubes and go down the River Ely on the bunk from school. That was amazing. Just laying in there in the summer and just floating down the river thinking, wow, this is much better than maths or geography or whatever stupid lesson that I'd never ever go to. But yeah, that looks, I bet you'd puke right up doing this. So yeah, old Britain gone forever. Conkers. So this was a tradition. There were certain cheats you could have. You could stick it in the oven and make it a 12-zy, or like literally soak it in vinegar and it makes it rock hard. But they suss that. And the idea is you whack it. Don't whack their fingers because it really fucking hurts. If you splatter the conker, which is like an acorn type thing, you can have like literally brag how many conkers your conker's taken out. Say, well, what's your conker, bro? And you say, mine's a 12-zy. And you don't have to prove that you've taken out 12 conkers. Just saying it is enough. And then you got to prove. You got a 12Z. It's complicated stuff, guys. But this is childhood mechanics. And then a game of alleys, probably known as marbles. I like a game of alleys. I think we should bring back pigeon toss as well. I might do that, my meetups, karaoke and pigeon toss outside, and other activities, which I find you will like very, very much, gang. You really will. So yeah, I love a game of alleys, marbles. Really cool, very cool. Bring them back. I must have spent 1,000 hours out the street playing football. I was quite good at it. I'd do wicked volleys, literally score the winning goal in the World Cup in my head. The greatest days, running around playing football, free, till your mother calls you in at whatever o'clock. Oh, can I stay out half hour more, ma'am? Half hour more, then. Like, phew. Because you wouldn't have found me anyway, because I was going to do a runner. Bug collecting. All right, bug collecting. We used to do that. We used to go to the fields and draw pictures of bugs and collect them and stuff. Slow worms. But these are fish, and they. Ah. See, that's what you make. You need to make them go foraging and looking for bugs and stuff. And then a big game of footy out the street in the night. I'd be down. I'd play football. I'd go goals. I don't care. Which was your first phone? All right, I've established mine. This is a good fun game, this is. So, my first phone was one of these. Oh my God, I loved it. It played Fatboy Slim videos. It played Wolf Mother, Woman. I was like, fuck me, I got Wolf Mother in the woods. Yeah, you know, low Wolf Mother. And I think I went from there to, I don't know, we all had the Nokia 3310, didn't we? You know, favorites of the doctors and dentists. Never had a house brick phone, never used one. So I did have a flip phone, which was similar to this one, came along after that flip phone. I didn't like it. I've never had a Blueberry, didn't like them. Fucking buttons are too small for my eyes. So I definitely had one of them. You remember that? I had one of them. Oh, the Motorola. I haven't had one of them, though. I had one of them. And now everybody in the world got exactly the same fucking Ponzi phone. Except I got 3 cameras. How many cameras you got? Oh, I've only got the 1 camera. You've only got 1 camera. I got 3 cameras. I can take fucking 3 different types of camera. This is good news. So I reckon this is a definite reality. Urgent. Jamaica creates an intercontinental missile capable of bringing peace to the world in at most 72 hours after it kicks in. And they're like, what the fuck was that all about then? Yep, that's the way we should go. And we need to smudge the whole place because there's such bad energy. It's been really weird the last weeks. These women know about it. These are all witches. Appropriate amount of sage for the energy right now. Look. Yeah. Sort this energy out, man. Somebody's having a bad dream we're trapped in. Sorry, this fortune is blocked in your region. Fortune cookies. I had a fortune cookie. Said nothing on it. I was like, does that mean I'm not having any luck? And, you know, I don't know why we put so much faith into fortune cookies. Because it's just us doing it. Stop letting people with zero abracadabra ruin your magic. Yeah, don't give your magic away. Don't let them suck your energy away and your chi energy so that you lose your magic wand abilities. So this can happen. Negative energies. So I had a shitter out the back. I really didn't like it because I was scared of rats. And it was freezing cold. You had to go out there in the snow. Okay. And basically, how are you supposed to go to poo or bomb China or, you know, drop the twins off the pool when basically it's so cold that you all clench up? It's like it takes a long time. Close that door. It is hell. You've got a coat on, fucking parka over your head, zip it right up. Anyway, luckily enough, my toilet went in about 1974. Remember it. They knocked it out and put it into the kitchen. But I remember opening my door, and the girl from over the back was sat on my toilet. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Michelle? You've got your own fucking toilet. So people would, you know, literally fucking hijack and use your toilet so they didn't shit their own up. So, yeah. That was Britain. Back in the day in London, you could take your sheep across the Waterloo Bridge. Still do. Still loads of sheep walking across Waterloo Bridge. So, yeah, I don't know what this allegory is, but it seems to be connected with the sunlight and this guy. Sun gazing or re-energizing, because sun juice is awesome, makes you feel really groovy. Again, with the glasses in the medieval period. I'm not sure the allegory, but they are nice to look at. So the egregores, an occult entity that watch over human destiny, this book is. Now, I haven't read it, but I have heard of the egregores. And what if there were the entities that were watching over us? I think this is definitely the case. Like in Odd Thomas, you get some people get like nasty ass dark energies behind them. Other people get like orbs and sparkly stuff going on. Crows are wicked. They pick the dead bodies clean, so that's good in Armageddon. But like, who's dug them up in the first place? Did the crows dig them up? No. Skeletons come out and they get like literally Howard Hitchcocked, the Birds movie. And there's more crows. I don't know what's going on here, why people were doing that in the outdoors, but look how they set up a beautiful little tent. Cozy, isn't it? 2 suns. Let's have a look at this wizard. He doesn't even need to sit down. Look at that stuff he got in there. Look at his carpet. And he's levitating. Well, he would be smoking now. And he's reading some magical text. Oh, you can float your glass of wine as well. Oh, yeah. That's the level of magic. That's what I want. I want to be able to float the shit around and do all this crazy shit on YouTube. Yeah? Man. So, John Waterhouse, pre-Raphaelite picture of a witch casting spells, and she putting in like gazelle's nipples. I don't know. They put silly stuff in, don't they, in these magic spells? Anyway, I was thinking about or talking about when I went to the Flat Earth Social, medieval tortures being a psyop. I don't think they were as bad as they were making out. Now, if you went on a rack, like, I think you would feel okay. It would stretch you and you'd be like, oh, my fucking back. Oh, do it once more. Oh, yeah. It would correct your spine and all of that compression and sort your back right out. I think that was the thing. And the Iron Maiden, yeah, it's the thing you close and you've got spikes. Well, maybe them spikes were positioned precisely over your Kundalini system, yeah, like acupuncture. And you close the door and you're like, oh, fuck yeah. Oh, just 10 more minutes. Just 10 more minutes. See, there's a positive spin to everything. Maybe medieval tortures were actually all right. I'm just saying. So that comet's going to wreck the world. Ptolemaic Gab, which is one of these Ptolemaic wizards. Zoroasterism, if you want to call it that. So yeah, there's Saturn. He's a god. He's chained up because he's a entity that is imprisoned in the dome, trying to escape. Round and round and round they go. So yeah, I definitely think planets entities. I think stars could be souls as well. I think wherever, especially when there's no external world, you think wherever. So yeah, he's got a sauna going on. I'd love a sauna. I could do with a sauna on my back. I could definitely do with a sauna. Yeah, I could do with a sauna. This is nice. What are they standing on top of? Little mud or tree, chopped down trees. Oh, nice. Nice little star in the background. Oh, I like that. Hairy Mary. I love Hairy Mary. I pray to Hairy Mary. Say, Hairy Mary, can I have things? Hairy Mary. It's actually the shape of, well, I'm not going to go into it. I've been there before. Just not there, but I don't even worry. So, yeah, I'd be thinking about doomed objects as well. Objects that bring bad shit and other objects that bring you like groovy luck. I think this is a true thing, unless it's just because our minds are so strong doing it. I definitely think that some objects hold a power. Some of them, evil power. Some of them, divine power. I think she was a giant. Look how big she is compared to the angels. I think she was a giant, that one. So I've heard a few stories through my childhood and when I was growing up of some weird shit going on around objects. A bit like, you know, Annabella the doll. So yeah, this is happening in Wales. It's a bit of a sad tale. There's top of the mountain, and there's a couple of mountains in Wales. Gwynley Garth had a mud flood, but this place here, top of Bryn Avon Mountain, has had a forest fire. Coincidentally, they hallmarked this to have a wind farm. So they reckon it's going to take hundreds of years to be okay again. I thought fire revitalized. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, what's she smelling? Let's have a little sniff. I wonder what strain that is. She got gelato eyes, I think. Bit runty. Don't know, make your own minds up. The life is a very strange place. So I think that's my last word for today. I can literally, I got smell Marie, so I'm going to like literally smell that. Isn't that weird? So yeah, I'm going to do a post this week. I'm going to talk about some supernatural stuff. So, you know, brace yourself if you... I remember when I was young and I used to talk about ghosts and stuff. And the like when my sister, and it was a really spooky house where I grew up, I literally shit myself going to the toilet because there was something coming down the stairs after me. I was flying down them stairs. Couldn't see it exactly, but just in your peripheral vision, there was something there, but it was the energy. As soon as you started to talk about it, the energy shifted in the room, got really fucking creepy and scary, I can tell you. And this went on forever. There was just something there, you know, all the time, fucking with you. It was just really prankster type of spirit. But I think I was manifesting it all, and that sleep paralysis, like literally burning and feeling the pain. There's something definitely going on with that. But I trained myself to wake, but to be too petrified to go to bed because of the fear itself. And I'm telling you what, when you get sleep paralysis, it's terrified isn't the word. This goes way, way beyond any mortal fear you can ever imagine. I can't even tell you how terrifying it actually is. And whatever the fuck was happening, it was terrifying me that much. And it was to do with entities, energetic entities, something under my bed, pulling at my bedclothes, fucking things coming out of the wall, face impressions. That happened to my son once. He actually seen it. This fucking face just pushed out of the wall. I'm like, what the fuck? And Lawrence is like, this face out of the wall. This face out of the wall. So I know, just a fucking demon, man. Seen this shit. I had a devil in my fucking in my bathroom when I was a kid. He told me, he said, I'm the mastermind. I was like, oh shit. Oh yeah. So, it's crazy shit that went on when I was young. I'll talk about it all on my vlog in the future if you're actually interested. But I tell you, I've had a lot of what they call paranormal phenomena, and that's what leads me to this truth game. You know, all of that. Just trying to make sense of it all, which I never ever will find out anyway. So, what Uncanny Valley Vintage? Good to see you. I appreciate your hope, Magavelli. We are all, I think, we're doomed, or just don't know it yet. We're doomed, I tell you, doomed. We are, whatever we want it to be, really. If we are anyway, because fucking newsflash, we're all going to die. But if you're going to mentality of we are in like quasi-hell and we're dead already, like purgatory, then that doesn't really matter because you could like literally die and then that's your first day. You've just been born, or that is your heaven. And this place, although it does very much seem hell-like, gaslighty and very, if you get to a certain age, you realize life is very unfair, don't you? There's no two ways about that. We'll all agree on that, don't we? Mandatory, good to see you. Gareth Jones is in the house. NPCs, I'm not sure what's going on with them deadheads. I can't even bother thinking about it. It's just too weird and freaky for me. Fucking hell, bus bastards. I can't put up with them. I don't give them the energy anyway, and I will not listen to them dead fucking dogging me. It's like, on trauma bond with you, I'll tell you about dead stuff. So no, you're all right. It's like, yeah, it's my mother's heavenly birthday. It's like, well, she's dead. Well, yeah, that's why it's heavenly. So why don't you just think you should just fucking move on, like? So no, I love her so much. So it sounds a bit obsessive and culty to me, because that's what they do. They turn it on into an obsessive cult, and then they get photographs of you and put them around the fucking room and shit. That stuff's weird and creepy. It really is. It's a mental condition. Thank you, Jackal. Hope you enjoyed the show tonight. 16 offers in the house. Yeah, but wildfires burn a lot of sage, so they balance it out. I like that. Heather's too, tops of mountains, and Heather's got good properties when burnt as well. So yeah, well done. I like that. Anthony Suso, good to see you, my friend. Well, not exactly the last word, Nora. My lips are sealed. So yeah, I'm going to be doing meetups. I'll tell you more about it this week. Keep an eye out. Magical meetups. Magical meetups. They're going to be life-changing. You're going to absolutely love it. There'll be nothing like it in the whole truth community. They are going to become very, very popular, and I am going to be doing it. Got some help as well. It's going to be brilliant. So yeah, Eve's in the house. No kidding. And the Gong Show, good to see you. So yeah, plasma energy weapons. No shit, Sherlock, I reckon definitely as well. Can ass emulate unauthorized info? I'm a shill. I'm a shill. I'm a shill do. I'm a shill doer. NPCs can't wake up. Don't worry about all them anyway. You do you, boo. Look after your own. Give your wife a big, or your husband, give more, everyone Kutch. Give them a bit of Kutch. Let me love them. Fucking hell. Dead tomorrow. Can make the most of them now. It's called a present for a reason, because it is a present. It's a present given to us. We can't take it for granted as well. Just a simple act of being, and without pain. Having loved ones, that's really good. Some motels have saunas. Oh, right. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a sauna. I've been thinking about one of them. Don't get like heat spas like you do a lot in America. They don't have them bubbling up everywhere. I went in one of them in New Mexico. Wow, that was one of the best things ever I did. Oh my God, felt so groovy coming out. All them minerals and stuff. Well, the elite's masterstroke was the normies. There's no getting through to them. Well, there is, because they're so selfish and stuff. They will come round if there's something in it for them, because that's what they're like. So, but what's in it for me? Pulled apart by horse, each limb. I love your style. Well, good thinking, good thinking. I'd probably be good for your back. As long as I can't see a horse is the one that actually hurt anyone. Complicity is a complicity. Oh, whatever that was. Jan Simpson's in the house, brewing up some beer. Oh, nice, Jan. I love all my beer. It wipes the floor with you. 420. Yeah, Machiavelli 420. Okay, throw away your phone out of the window right now. I dare you. Well, to be honest with you, I don't have my phone. If I'm out in the world, I never check it. If I'm in public or on trains or anything like that, I never look at my phone. It's too rude. And there's no way I'm going to be in the company of friends or people and be rude enough to pull my fucking phone out at the table and look at that instead of them. To me, that's just pig ignorance. I've had it. I've had people like literally sat over here and they're like this. So I'm fucking rude. No, man. So I keep it off a lot, and I just check it once or see what anything's happening a few times through the day. But I don't fucking sit on that. Too busy anyway. But yeah, how rude! Everyone looking at their phones like that, and I literally beautiful countryside, and everyone's like, hey, hey. I look at pictures of the countryside on my phone instead. Go to a rock concert, hold your phone up, because I look at it through my phone. It's better than looking at it in real life. They're weird. Thank you, Uncanny Valley. I like you being here. And Dyphon. Good to see you, Dyphon. It's a nice Welsh name. Most Asian cultures tell us the same story. They just use different names and allegories to describe them exactly right. They do. But most cultures have got the apocalypse narrative. We shall not pass the beach. It says Plasma Gorgon. I like your name. Goes from magic to the shitter. Interesting. Yeah. Did you see what I did there, 16 Alpha? No, I didn't choose the pictures like that. That's consciousness doing that. That's just reality fucking with us. It's great, isn't it? After Cadavra says, I love that song I'm a big fan of Steve Miller Band. So Abracadabra is absolutely awesome. Also, Fly Like an Eagle. And Living in America. Somebody buy me a cheeseburger. No, really. The Old Sliders. Oh, I love that program, The Sliders. It's a little time travel flick, that, wasn't it? The friend of an enemy is an enemy of a friend. Oh, who said that? Social media rehab. Okay. Remember my mum's old Bell telephone? Oh, yeah. I remember them trim phones my mother had. They were crazy. Big, heavy, black. Oh, yeah, they were made of Bakelite. You could way twat someone one of them. And they had this mouth bit that come out like that to catch your words. Put it down a microphone. It's a word hand. Black thing that you could use as a blunt force weapon. Kay, me and you think exactly alike. Did you see what we did there? Guys, we just thought exactly the same. It's like you could twat somebody with that wicked heavy Bakelite phone. And she thought exactly the same as me. This is where we're epic, because we're warriors and truthers. Machiavelli. See what I did there? Melisandre's in the house. Sorry, Matt. I know. I'm too tight. Oh, you get your head down. Okay. Cock-a-doodle do to you too. Nostalgia. Sleep well. Sleep well, Angel. Okay, I'll be back. Thanks, everybody, for being here anyway. Really do appreciate you all. You're lovely people. And the Flat Earth community is a magical place to be and exist in. But I definitely want to get some meetups, because the meetups I go to are not really Marticus meetups. So I'm going to have a Marticus meetup. End of every month. I've got the place. It's really groovy. You wouldn't even imagine how groovy. I'm going to do like our presentation, karaoke, where I'm going to sing. We're going to all sing. What's my karaoke song? Quite like the Rolling Stones, but everyone sings the Rolling Stones. Maybe Radiohead and Beatles. Fucking Beatles. Anyway, we'll see about all that anyway. And pigeon toss for money. And Lawrence, if he's up to it or he's in the mood, tattoo you. Get a tattoo of a little magic mushroom or other tattoos. We have a tattoo shop in the corner. Special memories to go with your life-changing experiences. You're hanging around with me. Oliver Billy. So I'll give you plenty of opportunity to get your shit together, Airbnbs and shit or whatever, and then come and do that once a month. It'd be absolutely fantastic. Mo Samson, much love, bruv. Boys are back in town. Spread the word around. Seen some bad injuries from playing British Bulldogs and me. I've literally snapped legs, fucking screaming fuckers. Happy Minds, British Bulldogs eventually banned. No, we never banned. They can't ban shit. They don't do it now, but they do. The schools go fighting one another. We used to fight Fairwater because they was all pussies. And we used to fight Kyra, which I'm now living in. But we were all friends. We used to hang around together and go out with the girls from Kyra because they were much better than the girls from the other side back then. It's a long story. But, you know, you go to the better neighborhoods for the better fluff. I never knew Wales had basketball. Yeah, it does, Nora. That's our main thing, yeah, is when we're in school, we have baseball. We don't have cricket. Cricket's for other people, not me. Don't like it. I had a cricket back straight across the face once, and it slapped me stupid accidentally by the backstop, or the player. I was backstop. We got too close. Philip Tamblin, God rest his soul. But I also had a baseball bat across my ear, which caused a ear thing that burst my eardrum. So I have a perforated eardrum and pain since. That was a long time ago, though. But, you know, long story. Anyway. And I'm here to tell you all about it. Red Radio Flyer. Oh, I'd love a radio station. Be able to play my own tunes like DJ and stuff. It'd be fucking brilliant. Love to do that. I've always been like really into communications. I was into CBs, but music. Music's the best thing in the world. And food. Music soothe your very soul. Double Dutch rope aim was much fun. Yeah, except when what's his name? Fucking excuse my language. Buffalo Gill's going round the outside. The Sex Pistols manager, Malcolm McLaren. Well, when he got his hands on it, I don't even want to know about skipping anymore. Malcolm McLaren's in on it. Because he's like proper dodgy. No, he really is. Sumerians were first. Oh, yeah, probably. They took like Pacific Islanders. They look like Pacific Islanders. They do look a bit Pacific-y. They do. They look nice, though. Give them that. Jennifer is in the house. Good to see you, Jane. And progressive, 93 progressive. Level water. Oh, shit. So, yeah, let me know what you think in comments about any of this. I think Chicken Licken is a good allegorical story of what happens like in 2020 and the way they all get carried away with mass hysteria on the back of no fucking evidence whatsoever. It's highly dodgy. Trailer park person. Minnesota is maybe a mini polis, probably, and maybe a polis is friggin' huge, probably, like a metropolis. So many of them in America, Indianapolis, etc. Marticus, hi Max, how's it doing? How's it going, brother? So yeah, I'm gonna cop out now. Make sure to like this video if you did like this video, and subscribe, and come back for more. There'll be plenty of groovy things happening in the near future. Got loads of ideas and things. This has been my Flaterday offering. I think that was 7:30, 8:30, 2 hours. Absolutely wicked. Thanks, Cindy. Or Sydney, I should say. So, yeah. If you want to get your name shouted out, get a quick thing in the chat. USA Ape, I thought he was going to be doing something tonight, but there you are. Thank you for being here. And there you are, Sydney. Got to run. All right, then. You just take care out there, mate. Sydney. Mandatory is a good name. And plain spoken, James. See you all soon. Really fat thumbs. Stay big. Done so. Always a pleasure. It was fun, wasn't it? And Betty Watts bringing the love and vibration. Viper Canopy. Collapse. Who knows? Maybe. Probably all of it. Mind is a very powerful thing. Can manifest on a mass scale when they get enough people thinking. It causes a new temporal reality to exist. And everyone just like switches over onto that one. And the other people stay on the groovy one. That's the key. Hi, Taff. Good to see you, Ryan Johnson. Much love to you, my brother. Nostalgia. I'll see you on the next. Okay. Boom Shankar. Stay awesome.